Good morning. It's a Sunday morning and I've had a wonderful start. I've been out under the trees in the patio since 6 o'clock talking to my neighbors. And we were talking about all kinds of topics like preaching, it being Sunday, preachers, church sort of topics. And there were 3 of my neighbors out there with me, and actually we went on talking till about 8:30, some of us. So that's 2.5 hours of great discussion, and this is doing what I really believe in doing. So when I got home, the Arizona Republic had a huge, I mean this long, article on the care of the mentally ill in Arizona. And of course it was saying that the system is inadequate, we're getting more mentally ill and less good treatment.
So this is why you came down here, right?
Yes.
Therapy for us mentally ill people.
Yes, here's a poor fellow over here, obviously mentally ill. We were also talking a lot about the alcoholics.
Yeah, there you go.
Who are mentally ill. They have these quirks, you know, where they. In fact, I think there's a mentally ill aspect to almost all addiction. It's a substitute, actually, for communication, for talking to people. You stay in your retreat and you use substances of different sorts to satisfy you, instead of going out in the world and mixing and mingling with people as we are meant to do, I think. But anyway, I thought, well, I'm going to help the Arizona mentally ill. There's no better place than in this complex where actually quite a few of us, I say us, are certified. And I got certified just by virtue of being incarcerated forcibly against my will in a mental institution years ago. So it doesn't take too much to get certified as mentally ill. But, and so I'm saying, you know, that maybe our society helps cause mental illness. And so we all need to address this. And I'm talking about how ways you can recognize your own mental illness. You may not believe that you're mentally ill. I know, I've known some very, very mental people who had no idea they were mentally ill.
Don't start looking over here because I know I am nuts.
He knows
okay?
it. He knows it.
I wouldn't be here today if I did. The only difference between me and you is I haven't got it down on paper.
Yeah, you haven't been...
Now, they haven't actually written down that this guy is weird.
People face it. All the institutions in the world, all the therapists, they don't have the time or there isn't enough money to cure habits of a lifetime. People not communicating, they could get off the track for years. And some drugs don't do it. For heaven's sakes, this drug's going to change our habits. They might kind of keep us subdued, so we won't, you know, stay on your beds, they say. So
well, that's what the whole situation is here. This is a heavily medicated institution.
Yeah.
Everyone here is heavily medicated.
Yes, but...
I just happen to prescribe my own medication.
Yeah, he prescribes his own. He's found
doctors don't prescribe it.
That's right. He's exactly right. It's a crude. It has side effects. It causes him to, when he gets too much of it, you know, causes the alcoholic to become very combative, maybe, or say nonsensical stuff that doesn't make any sense. But it's a crude medication that has been effective for people who have been using for thousands of years. Smoking, you know, some people they get soothed by smoking. They feel it calms their nerves, and well, you know, that's their delusion, you know, so. But just don't think that we all don't have aspects of mental illness. And if we can recognize them, then we can go and help. We can talk to our neighbors. We can try to get our society, you know, it's becoming increasingly more mentally ill. More people are being diagnosed. Well, maybe we were always like this, but we just weren't diagnosed. So, my thought is, if only people would talk more to each other, don't discriminate, just, you know, everybody needs it. Give him a little time if you possibly can. So I can give this poor fellow a little time. I don't see him as much as I used to, but I'm not going to abandon him to his... He says no one's even knocked on his door or come near him. He is really a recluse. He has no friends, he told me. Well,
wait a minute.
I'll still be your friend once in a while.
Did I say that in a negative way?
Oh, well, he tries to look on it as a blessing in disguise, you know, that he's being left alone. But I say that could only increase his mental illness. So
yeah, but I've got a big 46-inch television.
Well, it's bad when a man feels that he has
I have a telephone.
A relationship with his TV.
Well, I do.
His
I have to pay for it every month.
Yeah, he definitely
Cheaper
has
than
a
a girlfriend, I'll
relationship with his
guarantee you
TV.
that.
But oh, I had a much more complex, satisfying, and wonderful communication out under the trees this morning with my dear neighbors. Thank you.
That was it?
That's it.